We're hoping that you are watching this right now just to get a little taste of what we enjoyed. So we're going to see if we can pull up the theme song, and hopefully we can get this to work for us.
All right, here we go. Who you say you are, we believe. What you say you'll do, we believe it. 'Cause we can count on you. Oh, no need to doubt. Believe the promise is true. Desert night, a mysterious sight. You unveiled your plan from a burning fire, and all our misery, our chains and our pleas. You stretched out your hand and you set us free. Amen. When the enemy's bearing down on me, when the way to freedom is across the sea, the eastward wind obeys your command. You make a way and I see dry land. 1, 2, 3. Who you say you are, we believe. Whoa. And what you say you'll do, we believe it too. 'Cause we can count on you. Whoa. No need to doubt. No. Believe the promise is true. And when our wanderings bring us suffering, and the serpent's venom leaves us sting, we think of your promise as timeless and true. We look to the cross, God, and we find you. Who you say you are, we believe. Oh, and what you say you'll do, we believe it too. 'Cause we can count on you. Oh, no need to doubt. Believe the promise is true. Pathfinders, do you believe he went to prepare a place for you? All right, let's sing his promises. Yes, you are alive. You are all we need. Always by our side. These are your promises. In the darkest times, yes, you give us peace. Bringing hope to life. These are your promises. Yes, you are alive. You are all we need. Always by our side. These are your promises. In the darkest times, yes, you give us peace. Bringing hope to life. These are your promises. 1, 2, 3. Who you say you are, we believe. Oh, and what you say you'll do, we believe it too. 'Cause we can count on you. Oh, no need to doubt. Believe the promise is true. Amen, amen. Thank you so much for singing with us. We love you, Pathfinder.
Yes. Real quick, did anybody know who wrote the songs? Oh, y'all missed that. The husband and wife, there was a husband and wife team that was leading it. They wrote the song. Did anybody recall the story behind them writing the song? Oh, I thought Alexa. Now, I'm hoping I'm recalling this right, but I know there was some for that couple. There was something significant. I can't remember the tragedy that occurred, but the husband and wife, there was something that happened. Their child, something to do with their child. Like, I believe so. So they were going through a really dark period in their own lives, and that's how he came up with and wrote the song. And so I think a very fitting song, and that was the thing that just kind of helped them get through that challenge. So I'm going to we have so many pictures and videos, and so we're going to try to capture as many of them as we can. And just as I kind of get that next part of it set up, we're going to kind of let Pathfinders just kind of come and share a bit of their experience with you. And so I'm going to start here, and any Pathfinders that was there, we want you to. And before I go farther, my Pathfinders that are in the back, come on, Leah, come up front. Yeah, this is our club meeting, so you got to come in with us. Okay, come on, Keena. Right, come right over here. Come right up front. Amen. All right. All right, we want you to have a close-up front row seat. Okay, so I'm going back to this just real quick. In a minute or two, whatever Pathfinder want to just jump up and just come in. This is the beginning, so you don't have to tell the whole story right now. I just want you to give me a minute or two of an experience. And let's start with the most memorable experience that you had at the Camporee. Okay, so I see your minds are turning, and I know something that I can share, but I want you to share your own story. All right, so just anybody, just come quick. They'll come. They'll come. They're just thinking. Give them a minute to think about, because they have so many experiences. It's kind of hard to try to pull it all into a minute or two that I'm asking them to come on, Dion. And so that's kind of hard, but so give them a little bit, and then I'm going to just kind of get this next part set up.
My most memorable experience at Gillette was between two things. One of them being the storm. The storm was so unexpected because, we were just having a good day, but then we heard there's going to be a storm. And so we all came to our camp, and we were rushing to get to our camp, and everybody was running around, and it was a little bit of chaos, but our whole club, we were calmed down, we were making jokes and laughing and stuff like that. But then all of a sudden, somebody comes by and says, "You have to get to shelter, you have to get to shelter. Go to the hard buildings, you have to go in there." And so we were all like, I kind of just want to go lay down, but it was all right. Everybody, we all started getting ourselves prepared, getting our health cards, getting everything that we needed, and we started walking over to the hard shelter buildings. And so as we were walking, I was recording the whole thing, but we were walking around, we kept just joking around like it was nothing. But then all of a sudden, this huge lightning strike just came down from the clouds and struck the earth. And that was when we kind of looked around and we were like, y'all, did y'all just see that? And so at first we were kind of like, but then all of a sudden it just got quiet, and we're all trying to get to those buildings. And then some people are not our club, but other people, they're mad at each other, like, come on, stop lollygagging, come on. And a bunch of people were long trains of Pathfinders holding on to each other's hands, just trying to get over there. And then as we got closer and closer to the building, it was a bunch of people. When 60,000 people, over 60,000 people are at this Camporee. So we're trying to fit over 60,000 people into 3 buildings that are if I were to, I would compare them to this building, but double this. Yeah, like 3 buildings that were like double this, and then all a bunch of free space like this, and then some had hallways. And we're all like cramped in there. But you know, we got in there. It was a bunch of people, like so many. It was hard to, you know. Oh, well, it looks like we're ready. That was my most memorable experience.
Great. We didn't want to just share all of it right this moment, but that's good. That's a good, excellent start. So we're just going quickly here to the screen. We're just showing a few pictures here, and of course, this is our trying to leave out certainly and make it to the airport. And that went a little fast. And so again, here we are. Went to Charlotte. Here we are on the. Okay. Okay, all right. Just, yeah, help me. Okay, we got it. Y'all stopping my flow here. Okay. All right. So again, so here we are. And who was it that first time flying? I think Raheem and Alex. And does it look like Lex is afraid? No, she's right there. She's smiling big, and when that's before the plane took off. All right, but come here real quick, Raheem. Just come quick, since this is your first time flying, and just tell us 30 seconds. How was the experience?
The experience was nice. It was kind of beautiful to see, and it was a lot of rushing. Well, I was more at the. Oh, it was beautiful to see, and.
I can't remember if this was the landing, but for a minute there, we thought that we were going to slide off the runway. Was that the landing? We hit the ground, and brakes was screeching, and I was just waiting for any moment that we were going to start sliding and swerving and everything. And I thought we were the only one thinking that, but the whole plane was like, what was that? But anyway, so... but we believed the promise that we were going to be all right. Let me see if we can get this to move to the to advance to the next one. And this is giving me a little bit of a trouble here, so we'll move in this place here. And that's just again us at the airport. Okay. All right. Okay, real quick, anybody want to comment what this is?
This was when we got to Wyoming, and we stopped at a gas station, and there was a sign that said, "Welcome to Wyoming, and it will blow you away."
All right, that's what Wyoming is known for, is wind. Yes, wind can happen at any time, at any moment. You'll have gusts of wind, 40, 50 miles an hour for no reason at all. It just happens.
In fact, in the gas station, they had this poster in there that that said, what was the name of it? The festival. Yes. Wind Festival, Wyoming Wind Festival, January 1st through December 31st.
Yes, so every day there's a wind festival that's happening in Wyoming. It was such, the wind was such that at the Camporee, the wind was stirring up the dust. And, No, there was grass, but it was dead. But it was just dirt, and the wind would blow, and it was, sometimes it was so bad that you would go and you would take a shower and you would come back and you would be muddy. All right, let's move to the next one. That's how much dust was blowing around if you were a little wet Okay, so there it is again. Welcome us to Wyoming. We're going to the next one. Go right ahead. And here we are. This is at a Walmart on the way trying to get to Gillette. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, and move again. Okay, and, all right. Here's another thing that Wyoming is known for, is the buffalo, and so we happen to see a herd there. Okay, just move to okay, and here we go at camp setup. Now, real quick, I need someone well, the staff is all into their pens, and I need y'all to come and have a conversation while I set up the next thing. All of you, everybody that was there, we're going to, before we get to this camp setup, there's something else I want to show, but.
Okay. So, very important. We know that we were talking about it's very windy out there. There's a lot of dust and everything. And our fearless leader had the foresight of getting us a particular type of stake. The stake that we use for our tents looked like a screw on the bottom of the stake. So when you first put it in, you have to screw it in the ground. So you're screwing it in, you're hitting it in, and that actually helped our tents stay secure when the storm happened. There were some tents that actually ended up in somebody else's camp. And there were some tents where the whole, like their kitchen tent, because sometimes, you know, you're thinking, okay, we got to get the regular tents and we're sleeping in, you know, staked down and everything. But some kitchen tents were totally destroyed because the stakes had come out and it just blew all out of the way. So that's one experience. We want to say thank you to our fearless leader. Just for helping us with that, having the foresight. And also, you see the tarps. Always remember to put tarps underneath the tent because that does keep the rain and the dew from getting underneath the tent, because some tents had water that had come under them, yes. And so the tarps helped keep us dry.
All right, thank you. Just move to the next one real quick. Here's another experience that we got to have. We had to show you this. We went to see our former pastor, Pastor Valentine. We stayed at his church. He hosted us in Colorado Springs. Wednesday night? Or no, I'm sorry. Sunday night, and provided us with pizzas and all. That's Colorado Springs. And so, yeah, that was great. All right, I need another Pathfinder to just come quickly to share with us your most memorable experience. Here's the mic. It's coming to you. Come on up. Come up front.
I think the most memorable moment was pin trading. I actually got my first international pins, and mostly every day I was there, I pin traded. So that was it.
Can I just say, Jordan said every day he went and he pin traded. This boy was not trading every day. He was trading every second of every day. We couldn't go anywhere because every time we would take a few steps, he'd look at one guy and he'd say, sir, do you have pins to trade? And he'd start opening it up and say, oh, okay. And then we would be like, we're leaving you, Jordan. We're not staying over here. So yeah, Jordan was lying just then. Yeah, our conference set was so good. $40 pins.
All right. Great. All right. Yes. So Jordan, he figured out and mastered the art of trading pins as he was meeting people. That was the great thing about it, right? You made some new friends while you were doing that, right? And so yeah, that was the exciting thing about that. You got to know people, and you were not coming up and saying, "Do you got a pen?" and without asking them any questions. Hey, let's go to the slide real quick, and this is going to go through just several slides. This is going to capture some moments, so just look at the screen and. Okay, and then, all right, we're putting in the focus. And this slide is just going to go, this is just showing us, you press play? Okay, good. All right, so it's just kind of going through.
Let's deal with all this hustle.
We are, pause it just for 1 second. Just go pause real quick. So what was happening there, there's a, it's called the, what is it called that we were doing? All right, that's what it's called. We were trying to set a world record for the largest great ball contraption, and the piece that we were adding to the to it was this right here. So our Pathfinders were making this on Sunday. They put this together so that this is the piece that we added to our to that. We'll come to it. We're going to come to it. Y'all getting ahead of me. All right, let's keep moving. All right, so now just enjoy. These are just sceneries of what's happening at the Camporee.
We shared our campsite with the Myrtle Grove Spanish Pathfinder Club.
If you can give me a little more volume on 8, I think it's number 8. All right, so now we're getting to see just various campsites. Remember, this is 60,000 people. This is a city, a tent city that was built for a week, and so this is like double the size of the city itself, of the town. Okay, so this is just some snapshots. This is Raleigh. Guess them, they were our next door neighbors. They provided our meals for us, our dinner. They provided dinner for us. All right, so we're just capturing, here's Texas. They always do things big. And so you see they got the Spanish shuttle here. All right. And you see the different countries that are represented. That's Korea. Okay, they had a rodeo that was there. And here we are back at the pin trading again. You see Jordan is. All kinds of pins. This is the Motorcycle Ministry Sabbath Keepers was there. That's some of the medical people that were there. Some of the exhibit halls that we were able to see. Prayer tent that was there. This drill competition. And pause it for just a minute. This is the great ball contraption, okay? And so now hopefully you'll be able to kind of see the table and see how everything is connected. So they were trying to set a world record. Go on and let's see if we can capture. Yeah, we are just kind of putting it. Okay, hold it there for just a minute. Pause it for just a second. So and we had some we don't see it here, but we had there's a video that we actually saw ours worked, because what happened once you put it together, you have to test it to make sure it worked. Okay, and so we tested ours. It did work, and they connected to the rest of them, and I need somebody else to come real quick and just, because I think I need to make a transition in some of our slides. So our next person is going to come up, share your most memorable moment right now. So Raheem is coming, and he's going to share his most memorable moment.
So this is Sunday at the pastor's church, and we're putting together this ball thing. It like raises up and it moves the ball from one thing to the next. So it took it was like 12 o'clock, I think, when we were building that. So when we got there, somebody was in charge of like holding it, and let's just say they didn't do a great job, and it kind of fell apart. So we had to rebuild it. Anyway, so that person did help with rebuilding it though, and so. Deanna was there because only two people could stand inside to watch the whole thing from like behind the scenes. So Deanna and I were there for that part, but I left to see the drill competition because they were taking a while to start the thing. It was supposed to start at 1, but like it was 3 o'clock and they still hadn't started yet, so I left. My most memorable moment was, I like walking around and meeting new people and getting to see some old friends and talking with all the other people. And I like to find new pins. And no, my most memorable moment was exploring all the food places. That was great. I had some Jamaican food was there and Chinese food was there. So Italian pizza was there. That's all I had. But there were like places from all over the country, well, all of the countries, and we got to eat for free. So it was fun to explore all of that. Well, the Pathfinders got to eat for free, courtesy of the fundraisers, yeah, from you guys. Yeah. So thank you guys.
All right, so thank you. Yeah, that's how we got to eat lunch from international lunches, is because of our fundraisers. The corn dogs that you bought, the hamburgers that you bought, okay, all of that helped us in order for us, we can have our lunch. And we wanted to be able to do that so that we, our Pathfinders can get a taste. No, from the fundraisers, we had monies that each Pathfinder took for their lunch. So we gave it to them for lunch each day, yes. Yeah. All right. Okay, so we're starting from here, and it looks like Lex is having a great time with her pleasant smile. This is having devotion time in the morning. It was great to see our conference leadership there. There's Pastor Howard in there. So Pastor Smith was in there. We spoke last week here at church. There he is again. There's Pastor Smith, our youth leader, Pastor Newlove. Here's the great ball contraption again. This is baptism. And these are some of the Pathfinders from our conference that were baptized. I had the pleasure of coordinating our baptismal candidates, and it was just great how we got them. Thousands of Pathfinders were baptized doing this Camporee. And there's our Southern Union youth leader, Pastor Taylor, that was praying with the Pathfinders there. And that's kind of getting ready for the baptism, or I think that was just after they were baptized. And this is the Pathfinder Parade, Southern Union Pathfinder Parade. This is on Friday. And this is still, yeah, that was still that. All right, there we are. Tigers. This is still pictures from the parade, getting ready for the parade. One of my other brothers came out and joined us from California. This is South Atlantic, again waiting for our turn for the parade to begin. This is on Friday morning. All right. Anybody know that flag? I wonder why Deanna is so excited about that flag, but we're moving to the next thing. We'll let her tell her own story. All right. There's Pastor Newlove and one of our baptismal candidates. And this right here, pause it just for a minute. So this was just remembering all those Pathfinders from past years who are now sleeping in Jesus, waiting for his return. And so people posted their names on this board, the Memorial Garden. And so that flame was burning the whole time of the Camporee. All right, you can keep going. This is the sad experience we had of packing up. We'll come back to that story. And there oh, that's Pastor and Sister Ennis. All right, South Atlantic. All right. We help feed some of our leaders at the conference. That's Sabbath lunch, I believe that is there. Again, this is just a packing up picture here. En route, we found lots of Pathfinders as we were driving through. And this project right there, I need somebody else to come. We'll come back to that. Yes, we went there. We'll come back to that story. I need another Pathfinder to come and share their most memorable experience. But yes, we got a chance to go there.
So we went to Mount Rushmore on our way back, and it was really interesting. First you drive around, and it's like a carport, and then you walk up along these long steps, and then there's like this store that you can go into, and you can buy like different souvenirs from Mount Rushmore. And then there were like bathrooms and stuff, which were really nice because of the porta potties, but But that was really nice. And we saw like so many Pathfinders that went to the souvenir shop, and then we saw like so many flags, because there were a lot of flags that were posted from like the 50 states and stuff. And so that was really cool. And then we saw the mountains, and we took pictures by it.
All right. This is just a little capture of the program in the play, so we can get a little bit of that. You can go ahead and let that. This is how it began. Wait for it. You can add that mic a little closer to it. That's what everybody waited for, that moment right there. The parting of the Red Sea. It was always dramatic. Every night people cheered wildly when that part happened. It was so loud when it came, and everybody was just screaming, yay! All right, we can move to the next slide. Just push where it can advance to the next slide. We may be, yeah. Let me see. Hold on.
All right, so one of my memorable moments was going through the different exhibits, and I was able to see some of the members of Kids Time. Now, those of you who want to be Pathfinders when you grow up, I have something special for you. So I want you to come up here. If you want to be Pathfinder when you grow up, come on up. I got something for you. Come on. So we've been talking about all these pin tradings, and have you seen the different pins that people got? They're pretty cool. Well, I want you to make sure that you look at them. But until then, I have a pin, 2 pins, that I'm going to give you to start your collection, okay? The first pin is from 3ABN's Kids Network. So here you go. Here you go. This is out of the package. Here we go. All right. And the second pin is called He Shall Be Like a Tree. And this is from another's children's ministries. This is tiny. And it says, Pathfinder Camporee 2024. Be planted by the rivers of waters. And this is from My Bible First. So you get another pin. There you go. All right. So you get to start your collections. And one day when you get to be 10 years old, you can be in Pathfinders too. Okay? All right. Go ahead and go back to your... Oh, wait. You know, oh. No, that was a different one. But wait, there's more.
I also got something for you kids, and I want to give each of you, this is something you can look forward to. So I think we visited the same place for kids, and I got for you, this is a little coloring activity book for each of you to have. That's for you. And this is for you. And I also got pins for you too. And this says, this is a 3ABN Kids pin. So that's for you. There you are. What do you say? You're welcome. And one for you. You're welcome. All right. So we know you're going to be looking forward. You're going to be great Pathfinders one day.
All right, that is exciting. Let's move to the. We're going to just start looking at some more slides, and again. Yes, go ahead and just put play. There's our South Atlantic lion. Exhibits. More pin trading. Our club's doing some community service. There's just some of the delicious food we got to taste. Fry bread, okay. Here's another activity that we're doing with postcards. Okay, here it is again, back at the Great Ball Contraption. More pin trading. Oh, that was a storm when we were and there it is. Let's pause it there for just for a moment, So, Portia, you come and tell us, just give us just real quick about the rainbow.
Well, at every international Camporee, and I've been going to them since 1999 at Discover the Power, you can expect that there's going to be something that happens where the Lord is going to have the opportunity to just show out. And I remember thinking months ago, I was thinking about the name of this Camporee, that it was called Believe the Promise. And one day I was sitting there thinking, and I said, I wonder what's going to happen at this one, because I knew it was going to be something. And I said, believe the promise, because every event goes with the name. So Discover the Power, we discovered the power in that tornado. Faith on Fire, which I didn't get to go to it. Ironically, it was freezing cold at this Faith on Fire. But every single one, it goes with the name of that Camporee. So I was thinking, believe the promise. I said, promise. And whenever I think of promise, I think of God's rainbow. And I said, I bet you we're going to see a rainbow before this Camporee is over. So after that storm, we were in those buildings like sardines. We felt like when the storm passed over, they gave the all clear, and then it was time for everybody to come out. We felt like we were coming out of the ark. We're like, we get to leave the ark finally. We're all packed in there. And there was only one, to have it in an orderly way, there was only one exit on one side of the building that you could leave. You couldn't just go out all the different doors. Everybody had to file out the same door. So, of course, as they opened that door, we saw the sun shining, and what did we see facing the door that we had to exit? This beautiful rainbow, the only way you could exit, and it became a double rainbow. And so when I saw that, and I have video if you want to see, I immediately started recording, and I said, I knew it! I knew we were going to see a rainbow! But it was just another way that God could just let us know that He is just always, we never have to fear. No matter what the forecast, we never have to fear. The promise He gives us that He will take care of us.
This picture does not capture the beauty of that rainbow. It was so vividly bright colors, bold, and everybody was just in awe as they saw that. And let's keep moving. Evening program. See the thousands of people that are there. More exhibit halls. We were going to do community service. Yeah, I think that's when we were on the bus. And there's Doug Batchelor. And there's the speaker. And then pause for just a minute. I need somebody to come quickly and just share with you the experience that we had going door to door in the community. And you want to just let everybody know our experience on our community service doing the door to door. So all four of you are coming. Yeah, all y'all, come on over here real quick. Come on, all of you, come here. Come on. Okay. All right. So just come right here and just pass the McDonald line. Just share your little part about the community service.
The community service was very good. Just going door to door, just telling people that there's they can donate, and then sometimes it was bad because sometimes people wouldn't want to hear what we were trying to explain. They just shut the door in our face and stuff. So it was some hard times, but it was good in the end.
Yeah, this was the day after the storm, I think, and so the weather was perfect. This was the best day we could have gone. And it was in the morning, so it was really nice. Some people were like, they closed the door and they were like, we donate in other ways, go away, go away. But then other people were like, oh yeah, of course, thank you. And yeah, we were going around the neighborhood asking for donations, monetary or like food donations for a food drive that they were gonna have in Gillette.
I got like a kind streak of people that I went to with Miss Vita. There wasn't anybody mean to us, but we talked about like the storm in the Camporee, and we asked about donations. It was fun. It wasn't a lot of walking. It was kind of hot that day, but other than that, we had a lot of water and a van if we needed it. And yeah, some people. Yeah. No, we were telling them where to donate for their community food drive. Yeah, it was a community food drive. Yeah.
But you weren't directly collecting money and food.
No.
So I was partnered with Uncle Jesse, and so we would be walking down, and if we didn't think that they would answer the door, we just put it down. And so there was this one lady, I answered the door, actually it was her son. They answered the door, and they were like, oh, hi, and I was like, we're just giving you this flyer so that you know that there's a community drive that's happening in your community. And so then they were like, oh yeah, we'll donate. And so then we left, and then there was this Methodist pastor who already does community service and food drives, and so he just automatically said yes. So that was nice.
And I just want to give kudos to our Pathfinders, because each and every one of did an amazing job going to those doors. They were very professional, very friendly, and well received. So in fact, on the way back on the bus, they were giving out these T-shirts, and they said, does anyone want to nominate, one of your Pathfinders who did an amazing job? And we nominated each one of them, and we got to tell how well they did, and they each got a T-shirt. So you would be so proud. Our Pathfinders were awesome. And we also got a pen, yes.
I just want to mention Addison went with me. So even though Addison wasn't here, she went with me. She did a wonderful job, very wonderful. Matter of fact, when I went to the door, the lady had a dog, so I started talking about her dog. And then when I went to the speech, it's like Addison just took over. She said, we are so da, da, da. And she did a wonderful, I said, Addison, you do the next house. You do so good. And she loved it. She just enjoyed it. And we also came across some Pathfinders while we were doing it, and another Adventist as we went door to door. So we had a wonderful job, yes.
Right. And they were so appreciative. The lady that drove the bus that transported us to the neighborhood, she was just thanking, and she said, you guys just don't know. We appreciate you guys. Because she was part of that food drive. She said, you guys are making such a difference. We never thought we would have this much help getting the word out to everybody. So they were so appreciative. And we found, I think through this, I'm so glad we got to go in the community, because there were several houses that we came. I was with Jordan. Jordan was on point. He did so great. We came to houses, and they knew who we were. And so they were like, we would just come and say, hi, we're from the Pathfinders. We want to let you know. They're like, oh, yeah, how are you guys doing? How did you make it through that storm last night? And another house said, oh, yeah, our church. We set up our church as a shelter for you guys. So if anybody needs somewhere to stay, we got a place for them to stay. And another house said, oh yeah, we got a lot of sleeping bags for you guys if anybody needed. So I wouldn't have known that much was going on in the community if we hadn't gone door to door. So that was very eye-opening for us. It was a blessing. Well, it wasn't going to take place until a later date in August. So it wasn't something that we were already going to be long gone before they had it. But we were able to let them know what was coming and give them the information. And there was a lot of people willing. In fact, one person, we just started telling them what it was, and they said, oh, and they left before I could tell. He came back with bags of canned food, and I was like, I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to tell you. We're not actually collecting it now, but we just want to let you know where you can take it.
Another person, when we told them, they said, oh, I don't have any food. Just a minute, let me go get my wallet. Let me go to the store right now. So they were really, really anxious to do that.
So yeah, we were collecting. It was for a food bank that we're going to distribute at another time. Now, it was great, going door to door. But can I be honest with you? If you don't mind, if I can be 100% with y'all. So we were this particular activity as we were going to it, and thinking in terms of neighborhood and where we were going. When we viewed the neighborhood and said, boy, these nice homes, and that was good. But then we also viewed, because it's political season, right? And so, some of the flags that were flying and so forth in the area, we said, Lord, are you sure we need to be here? and as if God didn't already know, God, we are black folks and these are white folks, and are we going? Yes. So, but we were just kind of like, how are we going to be received? But you know what? Every door, for the most part, we went to, the people just received us like, again, they were anticipating us knocking on their doors. And so, in spite of what we were seeing, and in spite of me thinking, I don't know, maybe we need to turn back, or anyway, but we saw how God still worked. Go ahead, on our behalf. Go ahead. Ah. That's an excellent point, and so yeah, it was great. Keep going real quick. We're moving through this fast because, like I said, there's a lot of pictures, and we want to get to some other things real quick, and our time is getting away. Just press the play up the top where it says play, and then that'll just. Again, there's the speaker. That's the parade. Here's the. Play. Oh, right there. Yeah, Nicholas. I was trying to get his name out. He was there. More people we were seeing, meeting. Okay. Well, is that a video? Okay. Pause for just a minute, because I have, yes. Oh, is that me? Okay. I'm sorry. Pause it. Just. I don't know why I can't pause it, but anyway. Okay, go ahead. Okay, all right. I need this. I need y'all to hear this one, because I think this is important, and I need some Pathfinder. Any one of y'all can come and share with us your takeaway from the message from Pastor Chandler. I need somebody to come and just give us some just a tidbit He spoke every night. I know we got some videos, on a video or two on that. Yeah, that's him. That's him right there. I guess they're choosing Deanna to be the spokesperson. I don't know, but she's coming. And just give us a takeaway from the message.
My favorite message was, I feel like it was like the first one, and it was relatable because we had just gotten off of the airplane, from the airport, and he said that he was sitting in, economy, the cheap airplane seats because sometimes we're not all as financially secure. And so he was sitting there, and then this man came up to him, and he was like, he noticed that, he was a tall man, his legs were all cramped up. He said, I kid you not, my knees were touching my chest. And he said that man came up to him, and he took him from, the lowest seat on the plane, and he took him to the next class up, and he was looking around like, okay, this is kind of nice. Yeah, I could do this. And then they weren't going to stop there. He took him to the next seat up, and he was looking around, and he was like, okay, this is what you have for me? And then after that, he took him one more seat up, one more class up to first class. And he was sitting there, and, he had all the space. He could stretch out. He could lay down. And there was food. They came in, brought him his little goodies, his fancy food. And it was just like worlds better than the first seat he could afford. That was the only seat he could afford. And so the message was that all he had to do was sit there. And God is equivalent to the man. He took him all the way from the bottom and took him all the way to the best seat. And all he had to do was accept it. He could have said, no, you're too nice. I can stay back here. I know you paid for this seat. But no, all he had to do was accept it. And that was my favorite.
Thank you. That was it. Just listening to our Pathfinders as they talked about the message and how his message was connecting to them. It was a beautiful thing. Oh, let's open this up. This is, wanted to show you a bit about, this is baptism. You can hit play on that. This is some from our conference.
How are you tonight? I'm so happy for you. Can you tell me your name and where you're from? Go ahead.
There's lots of people that were crowding around trying to capture this moment. They had two baptismal pools, and they were going simultaneously on both sides of the stage. Yeah, that's what it's all about right here. This moment, so special.
My name is Joyce, and I'm from Wingate, North Carolina.
Here's your towel. Did you get it? Yes. You'll do great. Warriors for Christ. What a wonderful.
And that's Pastor New Love there that we're seeing, our youth director for South Atlantic. All this took place before the main program began, so about 5:30 each evening. They had a baptism. So over 2,000 were baptized. both one of them, both of the pastors are. And it was amazing how quickly they were getting through these baptisms. I mean, it was for the numbers that they had. Amen. Let me just get to it. Let me go back to the pictures here real quick. Isaac, what was the other folder that you put those pictures in? All right, here's some more. There's another. Go ahead and work with that. There's. Can you? You want to share why that Kenya is important, Deanna? Okay, come, Deanna. You said you're going to share, Deanna. Oh, okay. We'll come to your story real quick. All right, this is. Yes, from Oakwood. It's going on its own. Hong Kong. There's our meal. The haystack. Oh, that's Sister White's. Bring that back. That's Ellen White's great grandson. Oh, the one in the middle, or which one? The one on the side. Oh, those are brothers.
Yeah, so the story behind this group, they have this Facebook page, and so if you join it, it's one of those pages that you join, and they're hilarious. In fact, I have a calendar that I bought from them. You guys can look, you can look at it afterwards. But it's one of those things that when you're Seventh-day Adventist, when you know, you know. it's one of those things. But those guys were great, and they were selling pins and all of that. And that's her great-grandsons, yeah. I believe they're brothers, because I was talking to the taller one for a while, and then he said my brother, or maybe he said brother-in-law. But anyway, they're in the family, yeah.
All right. Quickly, just keep moving. We're coming to the end, so there's just more pictures.
They're from Australia. And those two beautiful ladies, they're twins, if you can't tell. But this was on the last day, Friday, Cheryl and I. We were trying to get there. We finally made it to the International Village, so that's where the camp was for all of the Pathfinders that had come from different countries. And it was such a blessing to meet all our brothers and sisters from around the world. That's my highlight. I just love that. And I remember one thing, the one next to me, she said, when this was after they had canceled that last, well, we didn't really tell them about that, but it was cut short. This Camporee, for the first time, it was cut short by one day, because of potential forecast that was a pinch. And it was so amazing, and I felt that same way. But when I talked to these young ladies from Australia, the one next to me, she said the same thing. And she was just like, they really didn't want it to end early. And she said, yeah, she says, we got to believe the promise that God's going to take care of us. So we'll have another opportunity. We'll do better, hopefully. and knowing that, so that we won't ever have to cut a Pathfinder Camporee short ever again.
All right. Keep going. All right.
Okay, so that's Valerie, formerly Dade. That was when we first moved here from California. No. When we first moved here, the pastor that was a pastor at Council Church was Pastor Samuel Dade. This was our first lady, so it was so nice connecting with her. We used to sing. She's one of the original Sweet Covenant singers. You remember? Yes, Sheila remembers. Yeah, so it was so good. She was one of the cooks for one of the other clubs, so she was able to be there. And then the next picture, Cheryl and I met this beautiful spirit. Her name was Carol, and she was from Zambia. And she was just so, you meet somebody and you're their spirit, they're just so precious. She's, like how people do with Mom when they see her. Wherever I take Mom, people just fall in love with her, but that's the way she was. And she actually, she made a lot of clothing that she brought and that she was selling. And so even though it was the last day, Cheryl and I were able to help her out and purchase some pieces from her clothing. But yeah, it's kind of bittersweet because you know that you probably will never see these people again. But when you leave them, you just say, you know what? I'm going to see you in heaven.
All right. We're moving quickly. We'll just let these next ones just go on through. All right, and there's our presidents. He's in the middle, Pastor Bryant from the North American Division.
Yeah, that was Pastor Bryant. So in that picture, it was South Atlantic president, NAD president, Pastor Bryant, and then, of course, our VP, our very own Pastor Ennis.
All right, keep going. Of course, this is Mount Rushmore that we got to experience. There we are there, and that's the airport. That's heading back on. Here's some pictures of. This is part of the Pathfinder parade. This is Kenya. That's here. There's Kenya again. All right. I guess everybody's cheering for Kenya. So getting a feel for all the people that are there. There we are there at the end of the parade. And this is just this group is from Brazil. Okay.
What's about Ocean? What's the Ocean? Oh, that's the Namibia Club. I love it. Let's see the wave. Let's see the wave. Oh, Brazil. Ah.
So we're going to show you a few video clips and then we'll. Just for time, can you make that move to the next one? We saw that. Go to the next one.
All right. Beautiful sunset in Gillette. And we got our dear sister. I didn't even get your name. Jennifer is with us on coaching. And my husband Jesse. All right. So we're going to bring in the salad. Okay. All right. Come on now. All right.
This is on Friday as we was heading to the.
So the nice thing about this type of event, no matter where you go, you're traveling from state to state. You're stopping at Walmarts, gas stations, and you're just meeting all of these Adventists from all over the place. On the airplane, it's full of Pathfinders. So that's what's so cool about this. It just gives you a little taste of heaven, how, we're going to be with all our brothers and sisters, no matter where they are.
All right, move to the next one.
Praise God for this.
trying to see where it was. Here it is.
Standing on the promises of Christ, my Savior. Standing, I'm standing on the promises of God. Standing on the promises that cannot fail. When the howling storms of fear and doubt assail, by the living word of God, I shall prevail. Standing on the promises of God. Standing on the promises of Christ, my Savior. I'm standing on the promises of God. I am a promise. I am a possibility. I am a promise. With a God to be. 'Cause I'm a brave big bundle of potentiality. And I am learning to hear God's voice, and I am trying to make the right choice. I promise to be anything that was me. I promise to be anything that was. I'm a promise to be anything He wants me to be.
Amen. He held that note. Move to the next one. Move to the next one. Yeah, let me see if this is. And that was. Keep going because people are traumatized by that scene there. So keep moving. Okay, you can go to the next one. You can go to the next one. That's just on the plane. I'm trying to get out. Yeah, I think that was coming back. All right, we want you to watch this.
Oh, hello, Pathfinders. I was just admiring Promised Land. It's beautiful, isn't it? A reminder that God always keeps his promises. I hope you enjoyed our time together. I know I did. Especially... Whoa! What was that? This isn't manna. Oh, sorry. I think that's for me. Look, Pathfinders! It's Elijah!
That's how they announce the next Camporee, who the Bible says is going to be.
You're the Pathfinders? I've heard all about you. So then, this must be the Camporee in beautiful Oshkosh, beautiful Gillette, Wisconsin, Wyoming. Beautiful Gillette, Wyoming. Pathfinders, if you enjoyed my story, wait till you hear this one. Elijah, you've got to tell them about the showdown. Oh, no, wait. Name it. Oh, the chariot of fire. Whoa, Moses. Brother, take your own advice. Let your people go. My story is for another time. Pathfinders, are you ready to stand for what you believe? Do you want to show how strong your faith really is? Then join me right here in 2029 for a story you won't want to miss. I'll see you at the next Camporee.
There it is. Stand strong is the next Camporee. Stand strong. And you could pause it right there. And so, again, that's just the tip of the iceberg, the things that we experienced at the Camporee. We didn't show you the flooding. Some of the campsites were literally flooded out. Some were standing in water that was almost knee deep after the storm. Some sites, literally the wind just blew all of their tents down. So much so that they had to shelter in the community. And so a lot of the community churches and people opened up their homes as well. And the laundromat that was closed, they opened up the laundromat so people can dry out their clothing and so forth. And so the community really came through for us during that time. Thing about Gillette and weather-wise, it changes constantly. It was burning hot the week before we went. Okay, I mean, so hot that the people were saying they had been in a drought for a long time. The community was praying for rain, and we brought them the rain because when we were there, we had lots of days of rain, and they were so grateful and thankful for the rain. And outside the rain, we were still able to have a good time, slipping and sliding in the mud. Still had a good time, and meeting people, still having a great and wonderful time. Even when it was cut short, by one day, because the leadership felt just in trying to keep everybody safe, and they had the anticipated storm that was supposed to come. It was 2 days out before the storm was supposed to come, and of course, Sabbath, it was beautiful. The sun came out. Once or twice, I think there was a little sprinkle of rain, and that was all. So we could have had the Sabbath event, but in spite of all, everything worked out according to God's plan. However, it came out. Even the whole thing of us leaving, it still works out. There were still blessings that took place from that. I didn't show you on the video, but our conference administrators, they always came to, for whatever reason, they found themselves at Praise Tab. We fed them. They poured into our young people. They prayed over our young people. They anointed our young people. All of these things were happening at the Camporee. So many things that, again, we just can't tell you all of it because we'll be here for a day or two trying to give you all the different pieces and parts to the Camporee. One of the things that Pastor Ron Whitehead always says, Pastor Ron Whitehead is the leader, the head leader, head director, coordinator of the Camporee Center for Youth Evangelism is what he's over. And as he talks about looking forward to the next Camporee, he always says, I will see you at the next Camporee or in heaven, whichever one comes first. And every time, I'm looking for that part about, hey, let's see you in heaven, at that Camporee. But again, we're looking forward to the next one and going back to Gillette and to see what God has for us there. As we are closing out, we want to make sure our Pathfinders get a patch. The conference got a patch for us and a union pin for each person that went. I think some have already gotten their union pin. So let's, somebody would just come and help me. Let's get our Pathfinders and let's make sure that they get their patch now. Yes, I want you to come. And I'm being intentional about getting this patch out because if you, at my home, I have a collection of patches from past Camporees that for whatever reason, people never got them. And I have a whole bunch of them. So this time I'm determined to make sure you leave home with your patch so that I can not have another collection. So we're going to make sure they get your patch, and also a pin. Southern Union provided a pin for all of us.
There's one more pin that each of you are going to get. I stood in a line for it was over an hour. Advent Source was offering a pin. If you just gave them, it was a special little code you had to tell them, and you could get this free pin. And so I went there to get them for all of you, and I ended up standing outside this building for over an hour because they can only let so many people in at a time. People have to come out to let more in because of the capacity. And when I finally got in, I realized I was in the wrong building. But that's all right. I went to where I was supposed to go. And where I was supposed to go, there was no line at all. I could just go right in. And so when I went to Advent Source, they were only supposed to give you one pin. You're supposed to give them the code, and they'll give you the pin. I said, oh, man, I just waited a whole hour at the other building. I said, I just want to get them for all of our Pathfinders. And so he's like, okay, come on. And he reached in, and he got pins for all of you. So I'm going to give those to you today.
All right. All right, so I want to call up first Raheem Graham. Jordan Smith.
This Advent Source pin, it represents the different phases, levels of Pathfinders. It has the Adventurer symbol on here, the Pathfinder symbol on here, and the Master Guide symbol.
Deanna Mills. Now these patches go on your sash, so make sure that you sew them on. Don't lose it. And don't let it just collect in your drawer. Alexis McCleary. All right, and then Addison Tyson was also there. We'll give her patch and her pins to her. And then, I think that's us. The rest are for the staff.
I want to also, we had, when we returned, we had what the party that we had? We had an after party, Camporee after party. Basically, we were cleaning up our supplies. So we had two of our Pathfinders that did not go to the Camporee, but they did come out and help us clean up everything. Keena and a lad that came out and helped us to do that. So I want you to come. We're going to give you this Camporee, this Camporee T-shirt for coming out and helping us to clean up our supply. And let's give them a big hand for their willingness. Part of the team. We want to make sure that we had something for you. Stephen could not make it, but we brought back the things that the T-shirts and Camporee shirts and Pathfinder gear that was that we gave out to everybody. So we want to make sure you put that in your collection as well. And I think it was a patch and pin y'all had from the union for Stephen. Okay. The other thing that wanted to, I know some of y'all brought some pins back for, you gave out all you, Oh, okay, yes. Okay, all right. And from my collection, I know Smitty likes to collect pins. So Smitty, I'm gonna give you this is our conference pin, so you can add this to your collection. Okay, conference pin. You're welcome. It has three parts to that, and so want to make sure you got that. I have Sheila some things for Jerry, but we're taking it to him. I want to go there and present it him, give him a shirt and all, so we know that we haven't forgot about Brother Jerry. You know, he's always been there for us at the Camporees, and so with security and whatever else we need. But Jerry was always our go-to person to make sure we were taken care of, and so we missed having him there. Anything else, staff, that we need to mention? When you get a chance after, come and look at the puzzle we put together that has "Believe the Promise" on it. Okay, there's some other things we need to.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot about this. When we registered after we got there, they gave each Pathfinder, this is a complimentary special Believe the Promise edition of the Guide magazine. So we have one of those for each of you. I forgot. So you can come on up, Raheem, come on up. We got plenty of these. Special edition. Jordan, come on up. Come on up. Guide magazine. Have you ever had a guide before? Okay, you love it. It's great. Deanna, come on up. Yeah, this is from back in the day. When I was young, we would get guides. Lexi, come on up. And I've got one for you, Aaliyah. Here you go. Keena, come on up, Keena. There you go. Enjoy that. All right. And we'll have these.
All right. Okay. And yes, Stephen. Oh, so the great ball contraption. Let me see. Deanna, real quick, can you tell what happened with the great ball contraption and how that all turned out? Okay, good. Yeah, because you were one of our representatives that was on the line, and how that the rest of the story you wanted to know.
So basically, the night in Colorado, when we were at Pastor Valentine's church, we made this contraption. Basically, there are these little tiny balls that go in, and then, this is just one of the smallest, most basic pieces, but others were super extravagant and ginormous. Some were self-designed, ginormous. And you connect it to some electricity, and this blue piece in there, can you see the blue side? It lifts up and down, and it pushes the balls to the next contraption. And no, the world record was not set, but, a lot of Pathfinders, when I was there, I was the tallest person in there, because it was filled with a bunch of tiny little, 7 and 8-year-olds, all nerds for Legos, and they were all, oh, look at how this one goes over, and yada, yada, yada. And I had no idea what they were talking about. I was just standing there uh-huh, yeah, okay. And I was kind of scared that one boy was going to knock over all the contraptions. I don't think I have a picture of the actual contraptions, but if I do, I'll check. And so they had been running continuously, all the machines, and one way or another, one of our pieces melted. And so as everything was going along, a lot of people's contraptions, like the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, I think we had like 50 contraptions. I don't know, might have been more. But they were going through, but some people would like stop at like number 6 contraption would like not be working, and then they just say, okay, we're going to discount all of the ones before that and start at the next one. And so that happened for us. It was just a hot mess. I was standing there for like 2 hours just waiting for them to, bring the ball contraption. But then the piece messed up and it wasn't working. But it didn't mess up the ball contraption because they hadn't gotten 2 hours yet. But it was really sad because we worked so hard on it. This little contraption, this thing came from, I think, China, came all the way to North Carolina. Then we flew it across America to Wyoming. Yeah, those are all the little tiny kids who were all like super excited about this. There were multiple of these.
Okay, maybe you can get a glimpse of what's happening here.
I'll show you theirs. He kept getting in the way.
Oh yeah, that one's ours.
Right there, that's theirs.
You see how that little blue thing is going up and down? It pushes the balls to the next contraption. See? Yeah, it worked. Yeah, that was ours. But as you can see, there's a bunch of those contraptions, but it just wrapped around a bunch of tables and just wrapped around. And yeah, it was really cool.
All right, yeah, so now the record that we did beat, it was being able to pack backpacks with school supplies, okay? And we got a Guinness World Record of being able to, we packed 255 backpacks with,
The record was supposed to do it in less than 5 minutes. We did it like in less than 2 minutes.
So we at least we got one record out of the, and we got a pin for doing that. All right, so again, thank all of you for your support. Everybody, with your finances and all that you've done, and I have. Oh, you're welcome for the corn dogs. I want to give this special pin to a strong supporter of our ministry here. Come from Wilmington, travels all the way here just to get a burger and a corn dog or two. Brother Wade, come on, let me get this pin. You need to put this in your collection, so you can have it in your. You doing all this traveling, we want to just make sure you receive that. Amen. Thank you. We just appreciate all that you have done and are doing for our young people here. Just a little token of our appreciation. All right. Well, that kind of concludes our review, and I hope you just got a little glimpse of what we were able to of our experience there. So all of these extra shirts that I was able to get, they come compliments of the conference, and and so I 2X. What did you say? Oh, you're talking about the side. So I'm hoping I'm hoping that these sizes will. We're on camera because I can't tell you exactly how I got these, but anyway. I just grabbed these extras because of what they had left. All right, so again, lots of sponsors, but we want to make sure because they're Pathfinders for Life, and so we were able to, from the compliments of the conference, they were able to give us these extra shirts. So we give them to the Berries if they wanted to from the conference. It's. All right. Now, are we good? We covered? All minds are clear? All minds are clear. You're welcome. I enjoy doing this. You got to give a hand to Forrest.
Yeah. I just want to say, I mean, oh. Yeah. I want to just give kudos to our director. I mean, when we first started talking about going to this Camporee in Gillette, in my mind, it just seemed like such a huge feat undertaking to accomplish because this is the first time we have never traveled by plane with our Pathfinders. And it was going to take so much money, and it just seemed like it was just so much. It's like, how are we going to get our equipment there? What are we going to? It was just so many unanswered questions. And we were feeling like, we were like, man, all these people coming on the plane from all over the world, this is what they have to do every time. But Jesse, he just never had a doubt. He just was like, we're going. Whatever it takes, we're going to do it. And he never wavered or never doubted. And, I'm more a realist and like, okay, we got to do this and, all that. But I just thank the Lord that Jesse just has that determination and the spirit to just make it happen. So I just want to give kudos to Jesse and all of our staff. I have to shout out to Cheryl and V. Cheryl hung right in there and helping Miss D and Hector from our sister church they're in what city? Wallace now. I want to say Calabash, Wallace. They joined us. They were one of us, and their daughter, Ariani, who she just blended right in with our, look at the hearts coming out. They just hit it off. They blended in so well. They had a good time, good conversations. I just love you guys. You are awesome. But they were a big help. What we did for our meals, we prepared, we had a caterer for dinner every night. We raised enough money, thank you to all of your support, to have money for everybody to get lunch every day at the vendors. Thank you guys, thank you so much. And I'm so glad they were able to do that, because that's one thing you look forward to, but you can't always do it because you don't have the money. So we were so glad we were able to do that. They got to eat food from all around the world. And then for breakfast, that was the one meal that we did supply ourselves. So that, oh, okay, thank you for the claps. They enjoyed it. Dee was very instrumental in that. She got up and she was very helpful in preparing breakfast for us to have that ready for us every day. So we're thankful for Dee, and we're thankful to Vita Mills, keeping our kids, and just, I mean, everybody was just so instrumental. Everyone that was there had a part to play, and it made it so much easier. I'm glad we traveled with the size group that we did. I don't know how these Pathfinders that have a group of 40 and 50, oh my goodness. But we're so thankful for all of them. And I have to say, Pastor Ennis, he was so valuable. He had that golf cart, and the trek of walking from where South Atlantic campground was to where everything was over a mile and a half. So it was a lot of walking. And he had that golf cart. He was always making sure that he was in our camp and seeing if we needed a ride. So I have to give a shout out to Pastor Ennis. We just have friends in high places that just like hanging out with the tigers. But he knows that we belong to him, and he's one of us. So, yes. Mm-hmm. Good question. So this was the first round at Gillette. One of the attractions, I believe, why they chose to go to this place is because they did have more buildings on the premises. At Oshkosh, the buildings were those big 3 airplane hangars and a barn store and a small bathroom. This had, was it 3 or 4? 4 large pavilion buildings that have bathrooms. So I think this is probably the most that I used a real bathroom while I was at a Camporee. Well, it was a blessing to have a bathroom. Well, if you compare a toilet with a porta pot, there's no comparison. So I don't think we really shared this. So one of the challenges going to a new place, and they didn't really know what to expect with that many people, and so there's a little more planning that they know what to do next time. For some reason, they only had a limited amount of trucks to service those porta pots for all those thousands and thousands. And so the trucks, for the first 3 days, the trucks were not getting around to all the porta pots. So unfortunately, our campsite was one of those places that they did not get around for 3 days. They did not service our porta pots. So they were not usable. So we were thankful for those pavilions. When we went during the day to the activities there, we stood in those long lines to go into the bathrooms there. So that's one difference. But by midweek, I think it was Wednesdays, we started seeing when we saw those trucks coming to
Everybody
yes,
ran after.
we were cheering. I
What is
literally
the-
did.
The sewage truck.
I saw a sewage truck coming to South Atlantic. Honey, Portia was like, I ran after I was running
Come
this
rescue
way.
us.
Somebody else from the conference was over there. They were running towards the truck too. We both ran and we climbed up on that truck. We said, please, you
We
gotta
beg
come.
of you. Please do not pass it by.
And we were cheering. So they had enough trucks. So at that point, because the thing was, they had planned, we were supposed to have all the porta pots serviced twice a day. Every day. That was what it was. That's in the little pamphlet they gave us when we registered. They didn't come for 3 days, not one. But after that, they came at least once every day. So hopefully the next round, they'll know how to accommodate all of that. It's not as much grass, so it can be really dusty with a lot of dirt. It was dead. It was yellow.
Yeah, it was with yellow because it'd been hot,
Yeah.
and so,
Yeah,
it
don't
died out.
drop it.
Almost like California, how everything in the summertime is just dry, the grass. Yeah, so that's what it's like, and then it was ended up being dirt. But, we overwhelmed the city, right?
Yes.
Because we doubled their population.
Tripled.
Or tripled.
We tripled. Their
and so,
population is 30,000. We added 60,000 to their 30,000, so that
Right.
made it 90,000. So we actually tripled.
So it was a lot of people. And so they, so when it came to just infrastructure and support, they had to call people from an hour or two away just to come in to provide the needed services because of that. So,
Anything else?
but it's a camporee, and so you always anticipate things happening so that you'll come back to have a story to tell. Okay. Some memories you want to come.
We anticipate it getting better. I heard from one of the presidents that they had signed the contract for another 20 years, so that would be 4 more.
So yeah, so we'll be back in Gillette again. Registration is open now. The day after the Camporee ended, registration for the next Camporee has opened up. Go to camporee.org, and you can buy your ticket now. And so that you'll be the first, I think, 2,500 that register gets a special pin. I think it's about
Is that the
2,500.
pin that we got?
No.
that was different.
First 2,500 gets a special pin. So, make your plans now to be ready for the Camporee in, was it 2029? All right. Got what? Okay, so here's the last thing. They want to see us marching in the parade. It gives us a glimpse.
So this was Southern Union Parade. So each day, there's too many Pathfinders to have one parade for everybody. So they had to divide it on different days. And this is the Southern Union. Let me see you stop to the left, stop to the right. Let me see you stop to the right. For Jesus Christ. Raise up, Tigers! Raise up, Tigers! Stomp to the right. Let me see you stomp 2 times. For Jesus Christ! Praise up, Tigers! And then some more. Praise up, Tigers! Welcome to for Jesus Christ! Praise up, Tigers! Praise up, Tigers! Yeah, you guys look sharp. Yeah.
All right. Oh, there's another question? Yeah, so we went to the pavilion, the hard shelters. Some people sheltered in place in their tents. Some people stayed in their tents and shot some video as the storm went rushing through. And then they showed videos of how the water was just flowing through their camp. I mean, some tents were just completely flooded out. I mean, flat and just flooded. In really a short amount of time. I think the rain, it was, what, an hour or so? I don't know if it was that long. It seemed a long time, but it wasn't that long. That water just poured down quickly and rushed through. Not to that level. We did get a little bit of water in our tent, just because of open doors, but that was left. But other than that, we didn't get nothing. Where we were at, actually, we were kind of on higher ground than most everyone else, and we had a little bit of grass. So we had our campsite. It was where it was a good place that God had us. One of our tents. Canopies had a little rip in it, but that was all. When we left to the buildings, we didn't know what to expect coming back. We came back and things were still standing.
It was still standing. I think the Lord just kept, so our kitchen canopy was still standing, and we realized when we were taking it down that it was actually broken. So it was broken, but it was still standing. So the Lord just kept it up. We didn't know what we were going to come back to. I remember leaving and just getting whatever I thought was important. I had to get it quickly. And I was like, well, Lord, I don't know how this is going to look when we get back. But we came back and everything was standing. Because there were tents that were just flattened and canopies that blew away. I heard one club, they were saying, because they weren't able to make it to the building, so there were thousands of people that actually just bunkered down in their tents. And I heard one club, they said, we just piled a whole bunch of people in one tent to weigh it down so it wouldn't blow away. So, that was smart. So we were just very, very fortunate where we were. We were blessed. There was someone that wanted to see the marching one more time. Can we play that one more time?
Academy's a great school.
Let me see you stop to left, stop to right. Let me see you stop to time. For Jesus Christ. Praise up Tigers. Praise up Tigers. Stop to the right. Let me see you stop to time. For Jesus Christ. Praise up Tigers.
And then come forward.
Praise up Tigers.
Welcome to Black
For Jesus Christ. Praise up Tigers. Praise up Tigers.
All right. Okay. And I think we can end it here. Some people brought their collections of pens. If you want to browse through their pen collection and see over the years the different pens they have collected, I'm sure they'll be more than willing to share that with you. Tomorrow in Lumberton, what is the Macedonian with they're having the food pantry, mobile food bank, and Pastor Ennis is looking for some help with doing that. What time is that? While she's looking for her phone, we want to get the time in if anybody who wants to go and help to do that, they can use all the help that they can get. We want to make sure we get that, get the timing, what time that's supposed to take place on tomorrow. So we want to make sure we get that announcement out because they're going to need some help. Okay, here we go. I have it. I see it here. So tomorrow, tomorrow from yes. So if you would plan to come at 1 o'clock to help with setting things up, at 2 o'clock is when they start serving. So if you can, and we have the address. I had mentioned for those that are part of the motorcycle ministry, I had mentioned about having a meeting tomorrow, and what I wanted to do instead is to go and help at the food pantry, because that's what we did before. So I want to help Pastor Ennis with the food pantry. So we'll plan to, like I said, go to Lumberton and to be there for 1 o'clock to help with the setup for that. So if you're part of the motorcycle ministry and you want to just come to help us do that, that would be great. And we'll talk more of those in the motorcycle ministry because we got some things that are coming up that I want to make sure you're aware of as far as different events that you don't want to miss. All right, let's stand. Let's close out with prayer. Again, thank all of you for showing up this evening and taking the time with us.
Pathfinders, attention. Parade rest, prayer attention. Heavenly Father, thank you so much for being with us today and for being with us as we were in camp. Thank you so much for just protecting all those that came to the camp meeting, Lord. We ask that you will continue to be with us here as we spread your love to those that we meet, Lord. And we know that one day we will have that final meeting of all the Pathfinders. That includes everyone, Lord, in your kingdom. And we want to thank you so much for the blessings that you have given us. Now, as we depart, please take every single one of us home safely, Lord. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Amen. Pathfinders, attention.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Present arms. Order arms. Dismiss. All right. Thank you.